of hustle and bustle and fun
I,
in English.
I, yes, I was saying that my weekend was very agitated, and now I just want to rest and study English while I can, while I am able to do it. Can you still hear me, teacher? Hi.
Sorry. Yeah. Let's see about this. A little bit broken up. Let's try somebody else. Um, and let's have Jose Luis. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you. I've been taking several English class today.
Jose Luis, can you hear
Um,
me?
yes, I can hear you, but uh, hey,
Hey. Um, yeah. So you've been taking several English classes today. Yeah, how have they gone? Jose?
Hi guys, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes, Julieta.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Could
Yes,
you
I
hear my
can.
answer? Could you hear my answer?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Anna, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Teacher, can you hear us, Joshua?
Yes.
Josh,
No.
can you hear us?
Does anyone know if what I answered was okay? Was it right to say?
I don't know, maybe.
Hmm.
I think yes.
Teacher is having issues with his connection. That is why. But
Yes,
we were able to listen to your answer. Yeah.
yes. Joshua, can you hear us now? Teacher,
Maybe not yet.
we can't hear you, unfortunately. Joshua.
Hmm.
Now,
Yeah.
yes.
Now we can. Yeah,
Yes.
teacher, did you hear my answer? Was it okay to say?
Wait.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So if I drop out again, I'm just gonna go downstairs one floor. They say it's a little bit better, and so we're gonna try the class from there. So it'll be a second, but I don't know. It occasionally asks me to verify the sign in, like to agree to the terms of the library, and so yeah. Well,
Mm.
yeah. I hope it works. Anyway, it's Jose Luis. How are you?
I'm fine. I've been taking several English classes today, and
Mm,
later I'll take some more. I hope.
take some more. I hope. Um, Good. All right. And Miguel, how are you doing? Miguel? Hmm. Ali, how about you? How are you, Ali?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you. Thanks for asking. How are you?
Okay, I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking. And so we've got two Alis now. So Ali, I don't think I've seen your picture before. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah. Actually, once I joined your classroom, but I had connection problem. Hopefully, I'll manage to stay at the end till the end this time.
Yeah, I actually hope that I can stay to the end this time. I've got like some trouble recently. I don't know why. Yeah, but anyways, let's hope that we both stay in class.
Okay.
And uh, we've also got who are we going? Carolina, how are you doing?
Hi teacher, I am good and you?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm a little bit nervous,
Very frustrated.
but it's so frustrating. It's the worst feeling ever. The librarian
Relax
is gonna kill
teacher,
me.
relax.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, Carolina, what'd you do today?
I am taking some Berlin class and no more teacher. I have to
All
study
right.
because this week I have to take a IELTS test, so I have to study English a lot.
Okay. Yeah. Hopefully it works out. I'm sure you'll do
Yeah.
fine. Um, but good. Amp, how are you?
Doing well, teacher. Thank you. What about you?
I'm doing pretty well. Thanks for asking. Uh, and Amp, what'd you do today? What are you gonna do with the rest of your day?
Maybe I am going to take more classes in the afternoon. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And Ali Farahat, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Hello?
Okay. Yeah. Good. 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 Um, and how do you pronounce your last name? Farahat. Is it Farahat?
Yeah. Yeah, it's Farhat. Yeah, you're pronouncing correct. Yeah, it's Farhat. Ali
Okay.
Farhat.
Farahat. Farahat. Okay. So yeah, we'll be calling you Ali Farhat, and the other Ali, Ali. Uh, and Hussein, welcome to class. Hussein, how are you doing?
Hello, Joshua. I'm doing pretty well, thank you. How about you?
Doing pretty well. Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
Hussein, what did you do today?
Ideally, I didn't do a lot of things. I was at home and I was just relaxing and resting a little bit. And I was at home all the day.
Okay. Nice. Cool. And we've also got Miguel is back. Miguel, what's going on?
I'm fine, thank
And Miguel, so what have you been up to today?
you. What? I don't
Yeah.
understand the
The
question.
question is, what have you been up to today? It's like, what have you been doing?
Okay, I check my email, drink coffee, hang out in internet.
All right, nice. Mail, coffee, internet. Sounds good. And so before we get started on today's class, do you guys all know a little bit about like the New Horizons probe? Do you guys know what it is?
Is
Yeah, I think they discover a new plant or something like that, like
Sort of.
clipper. Yeah, like a clipper or something like
They
that.
took
But it's
they took pictures.
same. Yeah.
Yeah, they took pictures of Pluto, uh, and so they did a little flyby, and so we're going to be talking about that in today's class. And so let's start with, where should we start? Miguel, can you read the question?
What if New Horizons hits my car? Hello?
Hey, sorry. Okay, so what if, can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now, Joshua.
Yes, I can
Okay.
hear you.
Yeah, we can.
Okay. So can you repeat that one more time, Miguel?
What if New Horizons hits my car?
Good. Okay. So this is the space probe. And Miguel, that paragraph too, the first paragraph?
The New Horizons spacecraft is currently flying past Pluto. For the last few days, it's been giving us our first clear look at the world, and it should be making its closest approach at the moment this article is posted. Either that or hitting your car, I guess.
Sorry. Really nice job. Jose Luis, can you read the next paragraph?
Yes. It's hard to imagine how that could happen, even if New Horizons had hit it to Earth by mistake. Unless there's been an especially strange freeway accident, your car is currently within the Earth atmosphere. All that air stops a spacecraft from flying into the ground at full speed. But maybe you took a wrong turn and ended up near Charon. Or maybe you drove into a freak extremely low pressure system, leaving no atmosphere above you. It could happen.
Good. And can you read this little blurb as well?
It really couldn't.
Yeah, it really couldn't. Let's look at New Horizons. Horizons? Can you repeat?
Horizons.
Yeah, and then headed.
Headed.
Earths.
Earth.
Huh? Okay. One more. Earths.
Earths.
Jose Luis?
Earth's
Atmosphere.
Atmosphere.
And air.
Air.
Good. Near Charon. Good. And let's move on to the next one. Julieta, can you read the next two paragraphs?
New Horizons is about the size and weight of a grand piano, and it's currently screaming along at about 40 kilometers per second. If it hit your car, it will be pretty bad for both vehicles. How fast is 40 kilometers per second? Here's my favorite comparison for putting that speed in perspective. If you were standing on one end of a football field and fired a gun toward the other end, right while New Horizons flew past you, the spacecraft would reach the far end zone before the bullet made it to the 10-yard line. In the same amount of time, a speeding car will travel about an inch. Wow.
Yeah, good. And so that's just really, really, really fast. Does anybody have any questions so far? Okay, hopefully no questions. Carolina, can you read the next paragraph?
Okay, teacher. This high speed means that by this afternoon, New Horizons will be on its way out of the Pluto system, and over the coming days and weeks it will let us know what is. It can talk to Earth and take photos at the same time. So right now it's spending its time taking pictures and gathering data.
Good. Taking. Sorry about that. Picture. Can you repeat pictures? Pictures.
Pictures. Pictures. Pictures.
Good. And good. Nicely done. And horizons?
Horizons. Horizons. Horizons.
Good. Okay.
Horizon.
Horizons. Yeah. And let's have maybe Anna Carolina. Can you read this blurb? Anna Carolina,
Yes, teacher.
can you read that?
Yes, I couldn't see before. Hold on. People often ask why New Horizons is just doing a flyby and not sticking around to orbit Pluto. The answer is, if you can figure out a way to do that, go for it. Pluto is really far away, and get a probe there before your career ends. You have to go really fast. When you're going that fast, it's hard to stop. At least if you want to stop in one piece. Hard to stop.
Nice, really good reading. Okay, and let's have Amp. Can you read the next paragraph?
Later today, the spacecraft will pause the data gathering for a moment to send a brief message to Earth. No results, just, hey, I'm still alive. If it is still alive, that's it. It's flying at a terrifying speed through a part of the solar system we've never visited. There could be, say, a bunch of small rocks there, or a car.
Good. And Anna Carolina, can you read the blurb?
In case of disaster, New Horizons has sent back a few snapshots and data dumps right before the encounter, so at least we'll have those.
Good. And Amp, can you read the com?
Here, big cars.
Teacher, we cannot hear you again.
Were you able to listen? Here,
Joshua, we cannot see the comic. Just see the phrase here because. And she already read. Oh. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, guys. And Amp, are you there?
Yes, can you hear me? Can you hear me okay?
Okay. Can you read the comic?
You are not sharing the screen?
I can kind of hear. Can you see now or no? Still
The screen,
nothing.
the screen, nope.
Okay, what I can try to do is okay. Well, that no.
Okay, now we can see.
Okay. Well, yeah. So I changed my place a little bit. I'm not sure if they're gonna kick me out of here. I don't know if I'm supposed to be talking, but yeah. Well, let's try it for now. Are you guys still there?
Yes.
All right. Sorry. Yeah. Well, again, sorry about all the trouble. And right. Let's go back to that page. Sorry. Amp, can you read the comic?
Yeah. Here, big cars.
Right. Yeah, here we cars. Anyways, let's try. Ali, can you read the next paragraph?
Sure. New Horizons will send the I'm okay message in the afternoon, but it takes light 4.5 hours to get back to Earth. So it will get here around 8:53 p.m. Eastern US time. So if you're going to have a Pluto party, that's the time to do it.
Yeah, a Pluto party. Can you
Pluto
read Pluto party?
Pluto party.
Mm-hmm.
You can tune in to NASA TV to watch the nervous people in the mission control wait for the signal. You'll know it's worked if there's a lot of cheering and hugging.
Nice, really good reading. I think Yeah, you don't have to tune into NASA TV to watch nervous people waiting for the signal. That happens right here. But good. Yeah, really nice job. Okay, and let's have Miguel. Can you read the next paragraph? Miguel?
Yes. For more details on the mission, check out Emily Ladawal's comprehensive Planetary Society post. What to expect when you're expecting a flyby, which is dates, times, and background on all the equipment for up to the minute coverage. Her Twitter feed is probably the best place to go for updates, contents, and excitement.
Good. Can you repeat coverage?
Coverage.
Coverage, yeah. So for up to the minute coverage.
For up to the minute coverage. Yes.
Perfect. And what was the updates? Updates. Context.
Context.
Good.
Context.
Well, and Jose Luis, can you read the next two?
Okay. So what does all this mean for your car? Passenger car have crumple zones, which are areas of the car designed to fold up and absorb some of the force of an impact before it reaches the passenger cabin. Unfortunately, in hypervelocity impact, materials like metal aren't nearly strong enough to hold together. Instead of crumpling, they splash. New Horizons are and your car's crumple zone would splash as bits of them pass through each other. And the resulting spray of metal would do the same to the rest of your car. From the distance, it would probably look approximately like this.
Good. And so the idea of splash, it looks like that, which is really cool. So that's metal splashing, if that makes sense to you guys. And could you see it? Like water, yeah. And it'll probably look like this. It's just an explosion, is all it is. And so pronunciation, Jose Luis, can you repeat cars?
Cars.
Mm-hmm. Designed.
Design.
Designed.
Design.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
It's got like a chin in there, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Good. Yeah, and maybe more of like an I sound than a U sound, unfortunately. But yeah, you're doing all right. Okay, perfect. And Julieta, can you read this next paragraph?
Here is the good news. NASA will have to pay for your car. Under the Convention on the International Liability for Damage Caused by Space Objects, NASA and the US government would clearly be on the hook for the damage. And since you wouldn't be considered at fault in the accident, in most states, insurance companies would be legally prohibited from raising you premiums.
Good. Premiums. Good. Does anybody have any questions so far about anything that we've read?
Can I ask one?
Yeah, for sure.
What is the premium?
Okay, does anybody know what an insurance premium is?
The amount of money that you have to pay, so they will raise it. to the accident.
Yeah, exactly. So it's the amount of money that you have to pay.
Okay.
When you get into an accident, like your premium is, yeah, what you have to pay for a policy. Yeah, so you pay like a monthly premium. So just
Right.
like your monthly bill for insurance. Any other
Thank you.
questions? Mm-hmm. Any other questions? Okay, and let's go to the next page. Carolina, can you read the next paragraph?
Okay, teacher. This situation could be slightly complicated by the fact that it could be a nuclear accident. New Horizons flies too far from the sun to use solar panels, so it's powered by the heat from a bunch of lumps of plutonium-238. The container holding the plutonium is sturdy, since it's designed to survive atmospheric reentry, and has done so. However, it's not designed to survive entry into a Chevy. The containers and the plutonium inside it could be splattered oh my God, across the landscape. The USA government will not only have to replace your car, it will probably have to replace most of your neighborhood.
Good. Horizons.
Horizons, sorry teacher, horizons.
No worries.
Horizon.
Atmospheric. Yeah, horizons.
Horizons. Horizons.
Atmospheric.
Atmospheric. Atmospheric.
Designed.
Design.
Designed. Designed.
Designed.
Good. And splattered.
Splatter. What splatter means?
Splattered is really similar to splashed, but generally we talk about like the bug was splattered on the wall.
Okay.
So it's like kind of exploded in a flattening sort of way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. And landscape. Can you repeat landscape? Maybe not. Are you there, Carolina? I'm still here, I think. Can the rest of you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Well, I think we're good. Anyways, let's move on. Ana Carolina, can you read the next paragraph?
Okay, this has actually happened before. In 1978, the Soviet satellite Cosmos 954, I don't know, which carried a nuclear reactor, he entered the atmosphere and disintegrated over Canada. The Canadian government spent millions cleaning up the radioactive debris near Yellowknife. They demanded over $6 million EAD from the Soviets for the cleanup, and were eventually paid $3 million.
Nice. Okay. Radioactive.
Radioactive.
Hmm. And yeah, I think you did a good job. Okay. Any questions here? Maybe disintegrated, actually. Can you repeat disintegrated?
Disintegrated?
Hmm. Disintegrated. Perfect.
Disintegrated.
And yeah. And AMP. No, I know they didn't pay very much. Can you read the next paragraph?
Hopefully, New Horizon is currently flying past Pluto. But don't worry, if it somehow hits your car instead, the US government will cover things. To find out which one it is, Pluto or your car, tune in to NASA TV.
Good. And this is the end. And can you read the comic and the last line, Amp?
No message yet from New Horizons. And watch your driveway.
Yeah. Good. And that's it. Does anybody have any questions here? Okay. And let's go on to another one. Ali, can you read the question?
Sure. What would happen if you were to gather a mole, unit of measurement, of moles, the small fairy critter, in one place?
Nice. And the first sentence?
Things get a bit gruesome.
Good. Okay. Does anybody have any questions here?
What is a critter?
A critter? It's a creature or an animal. Generally, it's a small animal.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a mole.
Well, yeah, like a mole is an example of a critter, but not all critters are moles. What's a mole, is what you're asking?
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to show you. Hold on 1 second. I just want to get an image because describing it is, you can't really, yeah. Maybe. Yeah, so those are star-faced moles. Does that make sense?
Can't see.
Oh, okay. Maybe it'll take a second.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yes, you.
Yeah, those are moles.
Mhm.
They're really, really ugly animals. Yeah. And any other questions? Yeah, and things are gonna get a bit gruesome. Let's do some definitions. Where were we? Miguel, can you read this paragraph?
Things get a bit gruesome. First, some definitions. A mole is a unit. It's not a typical unit. Tough, it's really just a number, like dozen or billion. If you have a mole of something, it means you have a 602,129,000 of them. Usually written 6.022 per 10
times
10 to 23.
We'd say 6.022 or 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd power.
6.022 times to 23rd power. It's such a big
times
number.
10 to the 23rd. Yeah. Good. Go ahead.
Times 10 to the 23rd power.
There you go.
It's such a big number because it's used for counting numbers of molecules, which there are a lot of.
Let's look at molecules.
Molecules.
Good. Molecules and what was the other one? Oh, though. Perfect. And Jose Luis, can you read the comic?
Yes. And there are too many molecules.
Yeah, and the next two paragraphs. Jose Luis?
Yeah. 1 mole is close to the number of atoms in a gram of hydrogen. It's also, by chance, a decent ballpark guess for the number of grains of sand on Earth.
Good. Decent. Can you repeat decent?
Decent.
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 What's it mean? A decent ballpark guess for the number of grains of sand on Earth.
An important number.
A decent ballpark guess is a little bit different. Yeah. Does anybody have any ideas? Yeah. Exactly. Julieta, can you say that out loud?
Close to the effective number.
Yeah, or close to the correct number. A decent ballpark guess. Yeah. And Julieta, can you read the next paragraph?
A mole is also a type of a burrowing mammal. There are a handful of types of moles, and some of them are truly horrifying.
The comic?
Star-nosed mole? Search.
Good. That was great. And yeah, so we already did a star-nosed mole search. We can look at it again, but I don't think it's really worth it. Horrifying, Julieta. Can you repeat horrifying?
Horrifying.
Good. And yeah, one more. Julieta, can you read that?
So what would a mole of moles? 6.022 times 10 at the 33 powers animals look like?
Yeah, 10 to the 23rd power.
10 to the 23rd power.
Perfect. There you go. And good memory. Carolina, how would you read the next paragraph?
First, let's start with a parking approximation. This is an example of what may go through my head before I even pick up a calculator. When I'm just trying to get a sense of the quantities, the kind of calculation where 10, 1, and 0.1 are all close enough that we can consider them equal.
Okay. The quantities? Can you repeat sense of the quantities?
Sense of the quantities.
Good. Quantities. And yeah, really well done. Any questions so far? Okay. And Ana Carolina, can you read the next paragraph?
I can pick up animal and throw it. Anything I can throw weighs 1 pound. The number 6.2 plus 10 to the 23rd power looks about twice as long as a trillion, which means it's about a trillion. I happen to remember that a trillion kilograms is how much a planet weighs. Can you hear me,
Nice.
teacher?
Yeah, I can hear you. That was good.
Carolina cannot.
Yes, I
Yeah.
can hear you too.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
I think I missed 1 pound is 1 kilogram. So again, we're being really rough estimating. So 1 pound is not 1 kilogram, but in the math that he's doing, it is. And then again, this looks about as twice as long as a trillion. So again, we're doing like really vague mathematics here. But yeah, does anybody have any questions?
No. Is it 6.2 plus 10 to the 23rd power?
It's 6.02 or 6.022
0.0.
times 10.
Okay.
Yeah, we're really close. Again,
Times, not plus.
yeah, times 10 to the 23rd.
Thank you.
And Amp, can you read the next 3 paragraphs?
If anyone asks, I did not tell you it was okay to do math like this. That's enough to tell us that we are talking about pile of moles on the scale of planet. It's a pretty rough estimate, though, since it could be off by a factor of 1,000 in either direction. Let's get some better numbers.
Nice. And let's have, I guess we can have Ali. Can you read this next part until moon?
Okay. Let's get some better numbers. An Eastern mole, Scalopus aquaticus, weighs about 75 grams, which means a mole of mold weighs 6.022 times 10 to 23rd, 10 to 23rd power times 75 gram, approximately 4.52 times 10 to 22nd kilogram.
Yeah, we need the article, so 10 to the 22nd kilograms.
10 to the 22nd kilogram.
Yeah. And this next one?
That's a little over half the mass of our moon.
Good. And whoa. Let's Miguel, can you read the next paragraph?
Mammals are largely water. A kilogram of water takes up a liter of volume, so if the moles weighed 4.52 times to 1022 power kilograms, they take up about 4.52 times 1022 powers liters of volume. You might notice that we're ignoring the pockets of space between the moles. In a moment, you'll see why.
Good. That's gross. So 4.52 times 10 to the 22nd liters. Can you repeat that? 4.52 times 10 to the 22nd.
4.52 times 2 times 10 to the 22nd.
Good.
Power.
Times 10 to the 22nd. Good. Perfectly done. And let's go to the next part. Jose Luis, can you read the next paragraph?
The cube root of 4.52 times 10 to the 22nd liters is 3,562 kilometers, which means we are talking about a sphere with a radius of 2,210 kilometers, or a cube to 2,213 miles on each edge. That's a neat coincidence I've never noticed before. A cubic mile happens to be almost exactly 4/3 cubic kilometers. So a sphere with a radius of x kilometers has the same volume as a cube that's x miles on each side.
Yeah, which is kind of funny. Yeah. So 4/3 pi. Can you repeat 4/3 pi?
4/3 pi.
Cubic kilometers. And really nice job with your pronunciation of kilometers.
Kilometers.
Perfect. Yeah, and I think we're doing really well. And yeah, that sounded great. And so Let's have Jose. Oh, Jose Luis, you just read, right?
Okay. If this.
Yeah, Julieta.
Oh.
You just read, right? Yeah.
Yes, I
Julieta,
read.
can you read the next paragraph?
If these molds were released onto the Earth's surface, they'd fill it up to 80 kilometers deep, just about to the former edge of space.
Yeah. And so, can you read the comic?
ISS, space,
International Space Station.
International Space Station, space, displaced there, mountain Everest, molds, crust, mantle.
Good. And Julieta, that one more.
This smothering ocean of high-pressure meat would wipe out most life of the planet, which could, to Reddit's horror, threaten the integrity of the NS system. So doing this on Earth is definitely not an option.
Yeah. Perfect. There's definitely not an option. And really good pronunciation. Carolina, can you read the next paragraph?
Instead, let's gather the moles in interplanetary space. Gravitational attraction would pull them into a sphere. Meat does compress very well, so it could only undergo a little bit of gravitational contraction, and we'd end up with a mole planet a bit larger than the Moon.
Good. Doesn't. Can you repeat doesn't?
Doesn't.
Yeah. And other than that, you did a really good job. Poor moles, dude. Yeah. And wow, let's try one more. Ana Carolina, can you read this next paragraph?
The moles would have a surface gravity about 1/16 as strong as Earth's, similar to that of Pluto. The planet would start off uniformly lukewarm, probably a bit over room temperature, and the gravitational contraction would hit the deep interior by a handful of degrees. But this is where it gets weird.
Yeah, okay. And I mean, you guys should totally read the rest of this because it's super crazy. Lukewarm is like moderate temperature. It's like not hot, not cold. And I would stay with you guys for a little bit longer so we could read this, but I've got another class right after this, just a private lesson. So thank you guys for coming in. Hopefully you read that because it is really interesting and it's really weird. But anyway.
Okay, thanks.
Take care.
Thank you,
Thanks.
teacher.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.